Good morning. So, I've recovered from my last journey. That was, I must say, less emotional and stressful than the first time I got fished out, but still, you know, I have to admit the fact I'm not really ready to proceed the journey. And the thing is, it's September already anyway. So, my plan is now, already done. So I paid up for the winter, so I'm staying indoor. I have contacted some companies who do electric conversions, so what my plan is to buy a prefabricated motor frame. So what that gives me is I could get the step down conversion, and I did a little research as well. What I overlooked before was I guess most of the motors are actually designed to spin very fast. They're not meant to spin very slowly with high torque. So even though my motor is able to spin propeller shaft, it's still not as efficient as it can be, and that actually could be one of the reasons why I see so much heat output as well. Because clearly it's not, it can spin up to, so the curves what I just checked, they suggest the RPM what I would need to be is at least 3000, like 4000 RPM. The rated RPM for my Pacific model and more is 3500, but I guess it can reach up to 4500. So I have contacted the companies that do electric conversions, and one company have given me already an invoice. What could be approximate cost for their conversion. Fortunately, they even have a golden motor version, so I wouldn't even need to do much, part of obviously leveling it into my motor bay. But that would be so much less work. I wouldn't need to think about like pulleys, gears, and any kind of transmissions. You just buy a kit, pay for it, and install it, and hopefully just keep going. So that's kind of easy fix, but it's a bit pricey. So, and then another thing what I want to do is double my battery bank, because what I found out, it's not only the cell 3 what is kind of misperforming, but it's also just, you know, good to have extra 15 kilowatts of power. That's A, and B, the fact I looked again going back to the efficiency curve. So apparently the most efficient, the motor runs at 120 amps. So at 120 amps at 4000 something RPM, it can do about 11 newton meters torque. So that's the highest torque output with, let's say, within 200 amp range. So I'd rather be prepared and double up the power. Not necessarily I want to run it at 120 amps, but I'd rather have that option rather than be underpowered all the time, and then when I need the power, then like nothing. I just get like, oh, today I'm not sailing that way, or motoring that way, and yeah, you know, just the waves take over my boat. I'm like, no, I don't want to experience that again. Also, what I looked into is put a, what's that, feather stream propeller, but that probably will be season 3 because the price of propeller is about 2,000-3,000 pounds. It's kind of amazing thing. When I need to get closer, I will get more in detail, but yeah, so that's my kind of another thing. Apparently you can increase efficiency, you can get more speed just by, like, you get more speed when you're sailing, because obviously there's no drag. Also, what I noticed when I'm using my boat now is when I get about, let's say, around 6 knots, I can hear and feel how my prop is spinning, and it's just not pleasant, first of all. And like, if I lose a knot of speed for my boat, that's huge. I mean, if I can go, instead of like 5 to 6 knots, I can go, let's be crazy, 7. That's massive. You know, I can get there where I want to, rather than, oh, you know, when I can get where I want, it's just I have a drag, and when I can't, I just can't. So yeah, so that's why yeah, so that's sort of things what I need to sort out. And then the final, obviously, update is what I planned is go back to work for winter. So you will have a little less footage me being on a boat. I will try to do some boat projects while I'm off the boat. I'm thinking I could do like some programming things, what I want to do with my remote control, remote access to the boat, and in general just to make it like productive while I'm away. Try not to take too much tools with me, so I leave most of the stuff here, and whatever I can I just come down and do more work. Right, so for today's project, what I think I could do quickly, well, I say quickly, but it'll probably be the rest of the day, is replace the cell number 3. Why I have a doubt, you might ask, why it's not going to be quick, because, well, I need to dig in there, I need to remove all them panels, and then need to take apart the battery pack, and then another thing, I need to go in there and find the spares. So yeah, it will be a eventful day, but then again, I want to get it done because it's a good point to do it now, because my battery pack is on the low charge right now, and it's otherwise kind of annoying because I have to have the battery pack kind of low state of charge, so because it has to kind of match the existing charge on my spare cell. So the cell should be around 3 volts, so I need to get somewhere arranged that the same range, otherwise there will be big power influx, and we don't really want to see that. Well, you might want to see that, I don't. So yeah, I need to get the cells out, measure them, and then take apart the battery pack, and yeah, enjoy the work, and see you soon. I got to the into the battery, and the reason why I was reluctant before to do anything, because you can see how far I have to do to take apart my to get to the battery. So now everything's loose, I can just get in there, swap it out. I need to switch off the battery, unscrew these 2 bolts, and swap in the other cell, and hopefully everything goes without no drama, but we see how that goes. A fairly quick project, is somewhat success. The patient lived after our quick operation, so I went in and out and achieved what I wanted and replaced cell number 3. Now just need to tidy everything up. As you see, it took some panels, I had to take some panels out, and yeah, so now boat is a mess, so that probably will take rest of the day to tidy up, and yeah, see you afterwards.